gum chewing whispering, then I have inaudible whispering, then I have inaudible whispering with gum chewing, and then I'm gonna probably record tomorrow. I probably will do the cupped whisper with gum chewing and without gum chewing, and then I will probably throw in a true crime, a couple of stories, like the mini stories I do. I will throw that in there, and that video is probably going to be between 2 to 3 hours, and so there would be something for everyone in that video. So I do hope you enjoy. I do have my mic here, so I am trying to go like this so you can hear. I definitely will turn up the volume when I edit this video to make sure everyone can hear me. So but before I even dive in, I want to say I am doing a lot better. This week will be week 7, so from my surgery, bed rest, and I'm over it. I am driving now, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to do it this week, but I definitely will be dashing really soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this weekend, because here's the thing. Anytime I think I'm ready to go dashing, something wills me back to say you're not quite ready. And so, but rent has to be paid, bills have to be paid. So, yeah, we're getting there. I'm driving again. I got my nails done, eyebrows done. I'm not sure what's going on with my hair, but it is what it is. But we are going to stop talking, and we're going to start with all of this goodness. So what we have here is we have a lobster. I detail all my stuff before I get on camera. I just think it's a lot easier to do that. This is I think 10-pound or 10-pound lobster, and then I ordered some really big shrimp, big shrimp. I do have some corn on the cob, and then I have my own butter sauce, which I just make. I just put like onions and garlic, minced garlic and stuff, everything fresh, and then I just melt some butter with some more garlic powder, salt and pepper, and I did 2 onions because I like my sauce like chunky, so that's where we are now. Again, if you do not like eating videos or eating sounds, this is not the video for you. So just putting that out there once again. So I did ask if anybody wanted me to do any questions, so we're just gonna dive into this first because I am hungry. I was recording all day today, and then I looked at the time and I'm like, oh no. By the way, I got this food from the crab place. They really have good prices, Oh yeah. This is hitting. Obviously I can't do a seafood mukbang very often because I can't afford it, so but we definitely want to thank Mama Majestic for this, because she was like, you hit 5K. She knew before I did. So, but yeah, this place is not expensive. Like I said, I got the lobster tail, as if like in the last Halloween we should not be bringing in like new characters, if that makes sense. And then we have a old ass, like a grandpa Michael Myers. Anyway, I don't want to ruin it for anyone who has not watched it, but it's not winning any Emmys or anything like that. Let's just say that. But after watching that movie, yeah, we should see no more Halloweens like ever. And then it got me thinking, right? How come we haven't seen a Friday the 13th? So I googled it, and come to find out, they have been in a lawsuit battle since 2009. So I don't think we're getting one. But the Halloween franchise, we have like, I think 12 or 14 movies or something like that. So I don't know. But I watched that, and then I watched Hocus Pocus 2, which I actually enjoyed. I remember the first one when I was in high school. I really, really enjoyed it, and it's like, what, 20 years that they decided to make a second one. And I just gotta say, I appreciate a lot of the stuff that they kept in there that we remembered from part one. So that was nice to see, but I actually truly enjoyed that one. So and then I watched something on Netflix with Marlon Wayans and Kelly Rowland. It's on Netflix. It's trending now. Personally speaking, I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it for many different reasons, but it's clearly a family Halloween movie that families will curl up to on a Friday night with kids under the age of 10 and watch it. My opinion. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you did see that movie. So, by the way, I have tried other people's butter sauce on YouTube. I don't like any of it. I just can't figure out how people think it's a good idea to put sugar in your butter sauce. I don't know. It's just not for me. Yeah. My allergies in this apartment is on a different level. I don't know. But okay. We're gonna get into these questions. Okay, the first question is, alright, first question, or what is something you're passionate about? If you had to give a 30-minute speech to a random group of people, could be teaching a skill, telling a story, or informing the group of a topic, what would it be? Truthfully, if I could, I would like to talk to high schoolers, because I honestly think that that's where our future lies right now, is high schoolers. I would like to talk about situation I was with my ex. You know, I'm not blaming anybody, but you know, sometimes it would be nice if people knew they had someone to speak to, or like just people in general to talk to. You know, high schoolers like never want to go to their parents, and I understand why. You know, but anyway, I would love to talk to high schoolers about their actions. Look at this shit. Look at this shit here. Oh, and the butter sauce is like, it's hot. But look at that. Butter, onions, garlic, all of it. Look at that. And truthfully speaking too, I don't know if kids in high school understand how important high school really is. You know, the importance of it. But high schoolers just need people to talk to, and they need somebody that has been through some real shit. Like I've been through some real shit. So, but yeah, telling stories, my experiences, the do's and don'ts. You know, I've always wanted to be a mom, a parent, someone that someone could look up to. So I'm definitely in that area. I had a feeling I was going to get this question, and it reads, "Hey, congratulations. I love to know your thoughts on the Dahmer series that's out, whether you watched it or not, and if you think it's glorifying serial killers at the expense of the victims, or if you think it's not that deep, or if you feel nothing at it at all. I feel like most people are either at one extreme or the other. So, here's the thing with the Dahmer situation. Number one, I personally don't think it's glorifying serial killers, but I have to appreciate Netflix, right? Because Netflix is doing something that we've never seen before. You know, if you're in my age range, like, you know, your 40s and up, you know, we only watch like America's Most Wanted, 2020, like all that stuff. But see, I feel as if Netflix is actually teaching the younger generation about this shit. There's so many serial killers out there, and I think it's trying to prove that you can't go off looks, right? And in some of these documentaries, there's always that somebody's always like saying, you know, this guy is weird, or you know, I should never go there, or something like that. I think this is going to open up our youngsters' minds and to realize like this world is really a scary place, and that's the truth. When I watched the Dahmer series, right, I've watched many documentaries on Jeffrey Dahmer, so I knew all about him. And you know, shouldn't have done this and that. There's so much shit on the internet in regards to Jeffrey Dahmer. There has been numerous documentaries, articles, true crimes, the ID channel. If you even Google now, the top 10 serial killers, Jeffrey Dahmer is on there. Again, this is not the first time we have said this story, but I also want to say that there's something on Peacock called My Friend Dahmer, which is actually really good too. It tells a story of young Dahmer, like when he was in high school, his friends, what his friends thought about him, and it actually brings a little bit more clarity to the story. I think also too because the actor did such a wonderful job that people have a problem with it, you know. And if you're like me, at the end of the series, I cried for many different reasons. Many different reasons. Like the tears were flowing. Okay, flowing. Because one, this was the first time that I think we got the story from beginning to end, number one. I felt bad for all the victims, their families. I even felt bad for Jeffrey Dahmer. I felt bad for his parents because, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer, like he said, he can't blame nobody but himself, right? But that being said, I feel as if the world failed him. A lot of people know he was different. A lot of people suspected a lot of things. You know, his parents never gave him help. You know, his mother upped and left him. She was dealing with her alcoholism and her depression and everything else. And the father was too busy to sit a little ass down and to really pay attention, right, to his whole family. That being said, the father decided to, you know, get him into taxidermy, right? Thinking that maybe his son can have a passion about something, maybe science or biology or whatever. Do I blame him for that, for introducing him to something? No. But in that aspect, I think he was hoping that his son would follow in his footsteps. But his father knew that his son was off. And in between, like the cops coming to the grandma's house and the grandma seeing like people coming in and out, whether she knew that he was actually killing people, no, but everybody knew something was going on. And it's like everyone just kind of turned a blind eye. It was easier to just ignore the problem than to deal with it, right? And I will never forget that part in the movie, that when his father came to pick him up from the police station, and the first question he asked was, well, did you speak to anybody inside? Did they give you help? You know, and he was like, help for what? And I remember his father was like, okay, go to the car. I need to use the bathroom. And his father just fell to the floor, crying, knowing that his son needs issues. His son needed help, but then no one gave him help, you know? And that's why at the end, I really felt bad for his father because, like he said, he could have did better. His parents could have did better. Besides just turning a blind eye and just hoping for the best, you know? I also felt bad for Dahmer in a way, and that you know, he had these urges that he couldn't control. sad for their families and everyone. You know, but at the end, I truly appreciate him saying that it wasn't nobody, no one forced him, it wasn't his parents, it was all him. But the man was sick. You know, there are people out there who are born just flat out evil. You know, so, but I do think people are making a bigger deal out of it. And I do wonder though, if we had a different actor, would the outcome still be where we are now? Because, you know, I read the comments, and, you know, at the end of the day, they have done so many, you know, Jack the Ripper, even Ted Bundy. They did a Ted Bundy on Netflix that I think they did a really good job on. I think Netflix is doing a good job holding people's attention and telling the world of the evil that we face, that we are facing, that you could face, you know. And I think Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer is a perfect example of two people who look normal, who people thought, like Ted Bundy, they thought that he was just the most handsome guy in the world back in the 70s. You know, they had people who thought that Jeffrey Dahmer, this and that. You just never know. You just never know. You just never know. So, but I think people are making a way bigger deal about it, and no one's glorifying, I don't think, a serial killer, and no one's glorifying Jeffrey Dahmer. It's just another story being told. And again, I think because the actor and whoever produced it really had a way of drawing, you know, drawing people in, and that's exactly what they did. And so, you know, it even has like my nephew talking about it, you know, people in school, and it's up for like a good debate and conversation actually. So first. And many people who don't understand something make fun of something, or they bully something, right? Or someone. So that being said, there's many people who don't understand the whole ASMR situation. So you get the comments like, why the fuck are you whispering? And what are you doing? And what is that? And you know, you can make so much money, you know, doing something else on YouTube, which is true. But I am comfortable exactly where I am. See, I'm not an attention seeker. So, and I always say to people, you know, quick money and quick fame is never good money or good fame, you know. So, just didn't want people thinking that I'm a weirdo. Also too, I guess because my channel is a little different and I do a lot of topics, sometimes I do struggle on what to do, what topics to talk about, because I don't do, you know, like the personal attention, and you know, I don't do a lot of the regular ASMR things that people do, you know, the costumes and all that stuff. I just talk, and sometimes I want to make sure that I'm talking about a topic that people give a fuck about, you know, and that can be challenging. Also too, trying to record can sometimes be a bitch because you have neighbors, or they're doing maintenance outside, or it's raining, or something, you know. It's just, I don't know, it can get nerve-wracking. But I have to say though, starting my channel, I have met better people now than I've met in my entire life. The ASMR community is on a different level. I never had people who actually understand me the way some of you do. I've never had connections on the outside world than what I have with my Majestic family, if that makes sense. stuff like that. But I'm trying to think what movie really scared me though. Back in the day, Tales from the Crypt used to get me. That shit used to get, not the story so much, but the actual Crypt Keeper. He got me. You know that the beginning where, you know, we're going around it's not even funny, you know. I just can't. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this mukbang. I am full as fuck. It don't take me much to get full. I had 2 pieces of corn. I had a 10-pound. Is it 10 pounds? I guess it's considered 10 pounds, right? Let me just see something. I'm sorry. I said 10 pounds. This was a 12 to 14 ounce lobster tail. And you know, like when you cook it, it shrivels down, and then the time you try to get it out the shell, it's like less meat. So, but I had that 2 pieces of corn, and then I had 6 pieces of jumbo shrimp. Did I say 10 pounds? I'm tripping. Anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and look out for part 2 of the 5K special, and hopefully I will see you guys back at the next one. Maybe we'll do